Let's get to Talia Jane. Starting a new thread here for the updates inside the courtroom, Luigi Mangione. Here, let's look at her thread of all the things that happened. Astonishing crowd inside the Manhattan Criminal Court 2 hours before Luigi Mangione's follow-up appearance. Organized chaos. People are in cordoned off gaggles. Down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about Luigi Mangione. United Healthcare CEO suspect Luigi Mangione arrives in court. There's also a Luigi thread from Talia here. Also, let's fix this stuff. Turn off the chat. No more Discord banner. There it is. Okay. I'm 100% sure that Shane Gillis knows who you are and would like to come on a stream. He knows who I am, but he's been following me for a while. But I asked if he wanted to come on the stream and he did not reply. So even though he knows who I am, I don't think he's interested in coming on the stream. All right. We're going to talk about Luigi Mangione, who appeared in court today, and a lot more. Let's get started. He's so handsome. Not that it has anything to do with like
Luigi, how are you going to plead?
If there was ever a time for pretty privilege to come in clutch, yeah.
Good evening, I'm Dick Brennan.
And I'm Christine Johnson. Luigi
You should blast off maybe? No, I will not be blasting off for all of the people that left thinking, oh, Hasan will never cover news again. They don't deserve it. If they miss out on the news coverage, that means that they had the capability of watching and chose not to. Okay? I don't care. I will not be blasting off again. Yeah. The real ones know. The real ones stayed behind, you know? The real HasanAbi heads, not the fake ones. Bro, I don't know what OP Nerf is and you want me to watch gaming. Your name is Free Use Femboy. You know what OP Nerf is. You're just using the other chatter's genuine concern. All right, anyway, let's keep going. Hasan, you should lower game volume and raise Discord volume for the audio listeners to stay tuned.
Mangione, the man accused of killing United Healthcare's CEO, returned to court for the first time in nearly 2 months this afternoon.
Prosecutors and defense attorneys argued over evidence in front of a packed courtroom that included Mangione's supporters. Ali Bauman has been covering the story every step of the way and was in court today. She joins us live outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Ali.
Dick and Christine, today's court appearance was a pre-trial status update in which state process that they've submitted, including surveillance videos and forensic tests. But Luigi Mangione's defense attorney expressed concern that she has not received the bulk of it, which she said may be infringing on his right to a fair trial. Luigi Mangione was walked into a Manhattan courtroom Friday, clean-shaven, his white collar and green sweater poking out beneath a bulletproof vest. The 26-year-old sat attentively in the courtroom. His defense attorney asked if the shackles on his hands and feet could be removed for the hearing, calling him, quote, a model prisoner. But the judge denied her request.
When I go visit Luigi at
Auntie is
MDC...
viral posting Luigi. I feel like I'm going crazy. I think he's like, under normal circumstances, I think he's like a very normal looking dude, but I think his actions are causing him to get aura.
Brooklyn. I sit with him. He is unshackled. He walks around freely in the visiting area. We sit in a room together without law enforcement hovering over us. But for whatever reason, here, despite all the law enforcement, they need him to be wearing this vest.
This is Mangione's first court appearance in nearly 2 months when he pleaded not guilty to the 11 state charges against him, including first-degree murder and furtherance of terrorism. The Ivy League grad is accused of assassinating United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside a Midtown hotel in December. Thompson was a husband and father of 2 from Minnesota. Mangione also faces federal murder charges, which could make him eligible for the penalty. Prosecutors have alleged Mangione was driven by anger at the health insurance industry.
Even his shackled feet out mogging, that's crazy. That's crazy. Dude, I am reminded of the one guy. I am reminded of that one guy who was like, Luigi Mangione has pretty privilege. For the record, it is absolutely insane that they shackle you in prison, they shackle you outside of prison. It's already insane that they shackle you in prison, but it's extra insane that they basically, like, they should put a face mask on him too. You know what I mean? They should muzzle him too. Like, what do you think is going on? You think he's just gonna, are you a healthcare CEO? Is he a threat? Is he an immediate threat to other people around him? No, you're doing that specifically because you want to show everybody aesthetically how dangerous he is. Okay, he's a big danger, a big danger. Now, in this circumstance, him being pretty and him being white actually does play a good role, because let's be real, the optics of that situation, if he was black, absolutely would not instill a lot of public empathy. It's crazy that it is crazy that they have him shackled by the feet and the arms as though he's like a serial killer and clearly psycho, and you know, you have to ensure that he is like restrained, because Hannibal Lecter style, he could just like kill everyone in his vicinity like he's a goddamn kung fu legend or something.
An investigator said he had a notebook with him when he was arrested in Pennsylvania, detailing his plans. But in court Friday, his defense attorney claimed she had not received that nor other crucial pieces of evidence from the prosecution.
Luigi's right to a fair trial is being infringed upon because he is being publicly treated as guilty and as having the presumption of guilt as opposed to the presumption of innocence, which is what he is entitled to.
Supporters of the suspect chanted for his release throughout the hearing, so loud at times they could be heard from inside the courtroom.
Amazing. All right, let's get to Talia Jane. Starting a new thread here for the updates inside the courtroom, Luigi Mangione. Here, let's look at her thread of all the things that happened. Astonishing crowd inside the Manhattan Criminal Court 2 hours before Luigi Mangione's follow-up appearance. Organized chaos. People are in cordoned-off gaggles down the full length of the hall, chatting casually. Feels reminiscent of fans waiting for a concert ticket line open. Just spotted Chelsea Manning among the massive crowd. Also dripped out the wazoo. Okay, respect. Who says she's here exercising her Sixth Amendment right to observe our court proceedings. This is significantly more active than the previous court days. Supporter crowd jumped up from 30 to 150 easily. Press roughly doubled. It is hot in this hallway. Multiple hundreds of people's body heat plus the building heating. A press person near me took off her shoes to remove her thick winter socks for a spot of relief. What a vibe. Mangione's legal team enters the courthouse, made a right turn to the crowd of supporters, away from the press gaggle who burst into cheers. Court officers quickly scolded press for trying to go document and shuffled us back to our respective pens. Court officer brings Mangione's legal team forward, so we don't have any more cheering. No comment to press. Another court officer was heard estimating the crowd of supporters at 250 to 300.
Attorneys, come on in. We don't have any more cheering.
Inside the courtroom is significantly smaller than the previous room, which is having its sound system rewired. 2 sets of 4 rows of 7 seats plus 4, 116 seats total. No idea how the courts will handle the supporters in the hallway. After that, Talia gets into real-time reporting. Mangione's lead counsel, Karen Friedman Agnifilo, is wearing a black boot brace or using a crutch. Meanwhile, her assistant counsel is wearing a bright green ascot. Members of the public now being let in, filling the remaining 4 rows of seats quickly. More cheering and chanting can be heard inside the courtroom. Seems to be from the outside. Mangione just walked in wearing a green knit sweater. Judge decides to keep Mangione shackled on his arms and legs for security reasons. Says he will remain that way unless he has to sign something. Agnifilo argues against this decision. He's a model prisoner. There's no reason for him to be this way. Ridiculous, okay? I think the more public show support for Luigi Mangione, the more they're going to go crazy over trying to portray him as a real threat to public. DA's office states more than 800 gigs of discovery and providing defense with forensic testing. Photographs, surveillance footage, autopsy report, non-civilian grand jury testimony pending restraining orders, and redactions. He's rocking the shit out of that Ralph Lauren cable knit and GH Armor low-profile plate carrier. Hot new look for spring. Agnifilo states, having received no discovery from the DA's office, huge cheers continue to be heard from the courtroom from the outside. Agnifilo reportedly informed supporters in the hallway outside the courtroom that Luigi supports you before turning around and entering the court earlier today, which provoked huge cheers in the hallway. She's now detailing significant lack of discovery provided and potential suppression of evidence due to serious search and seizure issue, where client's constitutional rights were violated by Pennsylvania. I just want to bring to your honor's attention my shock, frankly, that the chief detectives of the NYPD, along with the New York City mayor, had time to sit down with HBO, put hair and makeup on, and provide information about the case that we have not received. That is crazy. I was there today. Let me know if you have questions. Nice. Agnifilo notes on the record that her belief Mangione is being treated differently than other defendants. Judge interrupts and offers a remand him to Rikers now, noting feds are holding him on a complaint, not as charges, as they worked out an agreement for the state case to go first. If things remain as is, next appearance will be June 26th. Counsel is conferring with the judge at the bench. Mangione's lawyers are now speaking with him, unclear what. Judge has left the bench. Intermediate chanting can now be heard. Mangione rises and is led away by half a dozen cops. His hair is trimmed on the sides, growing out curly on the top. He's got 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah. The reality is, no matter what you do, the people obviously have, the people that have obviously been wronged by for-profit healthcare, you can't stop them from feeling a certain type of way. It's just not illegal. Even if you make it illegal, you know, good luck. Good luck. That's all I'm going to say. That has been your Luigi update. Are we back to politics now? Yes. Okay, we're going to move on to the hostage bodies. As I covered yesterday, Hamas returned the bodies of 4 hostages, 3 of them with the Kafir, or not Kafir, sorry, the Bibas family, the 2 children and the mother. And Israel revealed that the mother was the wrong body. It was not the correct body. Hamas also released a statement saying that this was a mix-up on their behalf, most likely.